Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my podcast. I Fear I Have Thoughts, where I share all of my opinions that nobody asked for. Today, we are going to talk about people online have gotten weird. People online have gotten out of hand. Cyberbullying is a new norm, and I think that social media has totally destroyed the fourth wall, including our ability to empathize with one another. And I want to talk about it, but my camera battery is about to die, so one sec. Okay, I'm back. So when I say people are getting weird, I don't mean weird in like a hee hee, let's get weird way. I mean like someone sees a 10-second video of a stranger and her husband is not looking super, I don't know, maybe preppy and hyped up to be in this video, and all of the comments are like, divorce him, divorce him, divorce him, like, I've been in a relationship like this, my ex looked at me like this, like, trust me honey, like, divorce him, divorce him. And it's just like, whoa, 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 like, you have no clue what's going on in these people's relationship. They probably have a better relationship than you. Maybe this man was out and about working all day. Maybe he does like any job that anyone does. You come home from work tired. But I genuinely think that social media has destroyed. Is it the fourth wall? Let me Google this. Is it the fifth wall? Okay, the definition of the fourth wall is space that separates a performer or performance from the audience. So basically, people as the audience are really just overstepping the fact that they're just the audience and they don't know this person and it's a total stranger online. And I think that we all have been given way too much access to each other. And just like think about it for a second, like before social media, or even if you watched a celeb on TV, or when the news was really poppin', like people would have their favorite news anchor, an actor, or even an old YouTuber before social media popped off the way that it did. There was still a barrier, and you didn't feel like you had access to them the same way that you do now. I feel like fandoms have really changed and gotten really, really aggressive, like forming armies online. And it's just, there is power in numbers, and that can become scary. Like Taylor Swift fans like telling people to literally like themselves is just crazy for not liking Taylor Swift. um I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy, and we have all been given too much access to each other, and we have all normalized our input in other people's lives way too much. Like now you can pause a video at any given time. You can zoom in on their face and dissect the face, the body, the picture, the place. You can dissect somebody's marriage, relationship. You can stalk their whole entire blood and lifeline. Like, I know before me and my boyfriend started dating, I literally found his whole entire family tree on Facebook and was like looking at his baby pictures. And it's like, that's all hee hee kiki innocent. But like, we are the first generations to be doing that. Um, you can leave a paragraph to someone, like a hate paragraph comment. You can leave a short hate comment that could actually seriously harm someone and hurt their feelings. Um, and those comments are always on everywhere. Everyone is accessible. Everyone has comments. Everyone has DMs. Everyone has some form of social media, even if it's just one. And even if you don't, there still could be a chance of a camera being pointed right in your life, because other people can literally be recording you, which I think is so weird. Something I think is that's really dystopian is the meta glasses as well. Like, I love like Kylie Jenner, my girl. Obviously, don't know her, but she is one of my fave Kardashians. I admire her like business ability. Same with Kim, but her and the whole Meta Glass collab is just kind of dystopian to me. I don't really understand why anyone needs Meta glasses, like period. And the fact that such a high up celebrity that has so much cultural and societal impact is the one promoting these. It just really freaks me out. And you can also buy like a little thing to put over the light so no one knows that you're recording. You can probably just Sharpie over it. I feel like that's so creepy. Like being, especially just being a girl. Like a woman would never create meta glasses. Like just being a girl or being a woman, you know what it's like to be in public and have the feeling where it's like I'm being stared at, and it almost feels like you're being hunted in a way sometimes. And especially when you're younger, but sometimes there are just aggressive guys who will kind of stroll around, follow you around. It's really creepy. And now, how are we supposed to know if this person is wearing like prescription glasses that are totally normal or if they're literally recording me? And then it's just really scary. Like, who are they sending that to? Like, are they sending it to like trafficking people? And then they are like doing a face match my image from the meta glasses to some database. They find my license, my address, like tech, like we people have access to that. People can do that, and that is such an issue. um so I think some people's brains genuinely, like, enough with the meta glasses, going back to social media, I feel like some people genuinely forget that there is another human being on the other side of this phone. Because sometimes I just see comments that, not on my own post, thank goodness I don't really have haters, but I guess that doesn't mean I'm successful yet. Until I have haters, I'm not successful. But I see comments on just other people's posts which I thought were perfectly fine and normal, and they are so mean, just picking them apart. And sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, that's mean, but like, kind of true. I would never comment that though. But then some things are just so out of pocket. Either way, even if there is an ounce of truth to your little hate comment, why are you sharing that to this human being who is probably innocent? I mean, there are some people who maybe I don't know, if there's some like homophobic, racist, sexist, like jerkwad, like, okay, I guess if they're hating on other people, you can do the hate comment, but that's not what I mean. Like, that's not what we're talking about here. I just feel like we have started treating people like fictional characters, because what else are we supposed to do? I mean, think about it. What, your brain has the same relation between the TikToker that you watch on your phone as it does but with the actress that you watch on your favorite show. And it's just like, people say, oh, she's in her flop era, or oh, she has main character syndrome, or like, I decided I don't like her, or we're canceling this. But like, these are actual people, and I fear flop eras are a part of life. Life is constant up and downs. um so it's just kind of silly to me. But people, I feel like they're trying to become writers in someone else's TV show. But babe, you need to realize that you are a human sitting and watching this through a screen, and they're a human posting it through the screen as well. And you can't rewrite someone's story. That's why I'm like, why are you even wasting your time spreading hateful energy? And I just think that the ability to be able to leave a hate comment, or the ability to be able to cancel someone, or talk badly about them publicly at any given time, that is where the empathy started slipping away. And I guess since the people are living behind the screen, technically, your brain isn't processing them the same way that it would if someone was standing right in front of you. You could comment something very bitter on a TikTok, and if some, like, I don't know, of a TikTok of some girl talking about maybe her insecurity, and you comment just totally invalidating that. If someone in your real life came up to you and brought that up, I bet you wouldn't react that same way. And there's actually like research done on this, and psychologists call it the online disinhibition effect. Basically, people say things online that they would never say face to face because the screen creates emotional distance. And that's why people say, like, oh, you can't say it to my face, say it, like, you have to say it online, whatever. But just because it's not to someone's face doesn't make it less cruel. That distance doesn't make it less cruel. um you don't see a person's face drop when reading your comment. You don't I guess if you don't have the flesh and warm body in front of you, it's really hard to empathize, but I don't know, I guess some people have a harder time with this than others. Um it's like you don't, because when you say something mean in person, there's also consequences. Like they could say something mean back, and you can't just block someone in real life. Like you can't just go blope and then they disappear forever. Or you would have to deal with the consequences of I don't know, people around not liking what you said. Because if you leave a comment on a random post, I mean, who knows if someone you know will see it. Or even just the awkward silence after you say something mean and the person doesn't know how to take it. There's all kinds of aftermaths when you uh, are cruel in person, but being cruel online, you don't deal with those consequences. So I'm wondering if people almost get like a high, like they feel like hee hee ha ha, like I'm above. But ugh, that's just so crazy. Um, Here's another thing is social media convinces us that seeing someone's content means that we know them. I'm guilty of this, you're guilty of this, everyone is guilty of this. Why do we put so much time into how we are perceived online? Well, because that's the way that we want to be perceived. Um, but that's not, like, think about it. Is your social media really how you are in person? Like, I'm not that cute and put together in person. Um, Also, something that is really weird is people feel the need to diagnose people's mental health online, or their parenting style, or say they have a personality disorder, or diagnose their relationship as awful. I think it's really weird when people are genuinely like trying to diagnose someone with a mental disability in a comment section. Like, babe, you do not have a PhD and you have only seen 10 seconds of this person's life. I don't think you have the qualifications to be telling them that they have BPD. Like, can we be for real? It's kind of delusional. And that's why I'm like, is it a power thing? Like, do people get a power trip off of this? I don't really understand. And then the thing is like, oh, well, they put their life online. It's their fault. But sharing your life online isn't the same thing as giving strangers like unlimited access to your humanity and who you are. Like, everyone posts stuff. Your grandma posts stuff on Facebook. Like, she's not getting hate comments. Like, you never know when something will go viral, and everyone uses social media for different reasons. Maybe it's validation, maybe it's just following society, maybe it's in an artistic way, or all of the above, self-expression. Um, but I just feel like if I post my apartment, like if I post my apartment online, I am not inviting you to come to my apartment and walk through my door. So if I post, say, a video with my boyfriend, that is not giving you an invitation to comment on my relationship and the dynamic between the two of us, which that hasn't happened because we're cute AF. But even if we weren't, like, but that's not your business. Like, you have the ability to scroll and never see it again. Like, why? Why does it bother you? I don't understand. Um, I think people have become obsessed with spectatorship. I do this with reality TV, but I don't really like follow them all on social media and stuff, but I am like a spectator for reality TV. I get really into it, but I will say the spectatorship on social media, particularly TikTok and especially Instagram Reels, where comments are so mean, like people are just obsessed with giving their narration of other people's lives. And it's like every breakup is entertainment. Every scandal is a headline and a season finale. Every influencer crying starts a movement. Like, someone loses their job and that's considered tea. Someone gets divorced and they are like, oh, you're trying to get content out of this. Someone dies and people are literally making TikToks about the death before the obituary is even posted. And the internet has trained us to not only consume this instead of care about the people, but to honestly do it ourselves. And it has become super normal. And I don't think most people are intentionally cruel. maybe, like, this is me giving the benefit of the doubt. I think maybe we as human beings aren't exactly built to process thousands of strangers as real human beings every single day. But I still feel like people should make a concerted effort to be kinder and not insert themselves in people's lives. Like, they're inviting you to watch, but they're not inviting you to criticize their every movement, and you wouldn't like that if someone did it to you either. Um, but yeah, like, even just throughout all of evolution, humans live in small communities. Humans live in families, and there's a million different families, but we stay in those groups, our friend groups. We don't have herds of 30 people that we travel everywhere with. And now we are exposed to hundreds of faces before we've eaten breakfast or taken our medications of the day. Like, people are profile pictures, and comment sections are crowds, and empathy just keeps getting stretched thinner and thinner because that fourth wall has been shattered by social media and our access to everything and anything and everyone. And then this gives the expectation that everyone online owes the viewers transparency. Oh, why haven't you been posting? Why haven't you shared this with us? This is going on in your life. Why haven't you told us? As if you are their close and personal friends. You are not Alex Earl's close and personal friend. Like, I can tell you she doesn't give a chart about you, and it's just like, oh, parasocial relationships kind of freak me out. But it's just really weird when people think that the creator owes them unconditional loyalty and honesty. Like, people will be like, oh, there's drama, she's hiding something, she's guilty because she's not talking about it, she's fake. But, like, maybe they just want privacy. Like, obviously I'm a creator online, but I protect what's important to me. Like, the things that are genuinely important to me is not what I post about. The things that make me who I am as a human being are not the things that I post about. And that's part of why I wanted to make this podcast, because I wanted to start posting things that are more fundamental to who I am as a human being. But, like, my Instagram and my TikTok, that is not who I am as a human being, and that's insane. Like, why would it be? You know? So don't expect that. And it's just ironic because social media was made to keep us more connected, and then now we're so connected that we're totally isolated and we don't know how to communicate with one another, and there's like a huge outbreak of cyberbullies and all of this stuff. I mean, I've had incredible opportunities and stuff from the internet, and I've made community, like, on my TikTok with my audience, and I love it so much. But connection, like, that connection without boundaries is not healthy, and it's just weird. Like, it's almost like people are being surveilled all the time, and it's like, don't take it so intimately. It's just somebody's social media. Like, you don't need to know everything that's going on in their life. Like, what does that affect for you? And I mean, this is like basic to say, but just because you can comment doesn't mean you always should. And I also feel like when someone has a lot of followers, people don't really view them as a person. Same thing. Oof, my neck. Did you hear that? Same thing with almost like really rich people or successful people. And even if they're not a millionaire and they just have TikTok followers, I feel like people think that they don't have humanity. But maybe they do. Like, don't always assume that. I feel like we need to bring back a little mystery. Like, there's no mystery with anything, anywhere. Like, the whole world knows what you wore on your girls' night out on Thursday. and knows exactly what bar you went to. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, we just need a little more mystery. That's why I don't post what's actually important and sacred to me online, because I don't want other people having access to what is actually important to me. But it's giving we need a little more distance between the audience and the creator, a little more fourth wall action. And I also just think that everyone should be a lot kinder and remember that there is a real person reading comments, and it's not just like a random character on your For You page. And sometimes people just, it's like, that was so uncalled for and so unnecessary. It just is really annoying. And again, thank goodness I don't have hate comments, because, oh, I just burped, sorry. I have been conditioned to have thick skin about things, but what I don't have thick skin about is certain types of criticism. And I don't know. That would just, I know it would affect me if someone started, like, there's certain things where someone could say to me and I would be like, that's not true. But it's definitely possible for a stranger to hit you where it hurts without even knowing. Well, I guess that was her point, but it's like sometimes you can ignore comments and then other times you really can't. And I'm just thinking, like, if this wouldn't be worth it, if you saw this person in real life, if it's not worth it to walk up to them and confront them and say what you're going to say, don't say it. And yeah, I just feel like the fourth wall is totally crashed and we need to build that back up, because I mean, we're like, our country, for example, right now is on a human rights watch list. I feel like our humanity is slipping, and I think social media has low-key always been a part of their plan to brainwash us, and it's worked, and it's allowed us to be more cruel to each other. And empathy is something that is very important to literally rule the world. As human beings, we all love and we all hurt as well, and I just think empathy is a very important thing that shouldn't have to be taught, but I'm afraid it does have to be taught, especially now. And I'm even nervous for like the kids growing up right now because of the lack of empathy, because they see things through the screen as well, and it's hard to, they may, like, what's the word? They may connect humans that they meet in real life with the faces that they have on the screen, and that could go two ways, and both are bad. Either they could view the people as not as valuable because they're used to seeing people whenever they want on a screen, or they could treat the people on the screen just as valuable as the people in real life and worship them, which is probably not good for this little tiny brain unless it's like Mickey Mouse that they're worshiping. But it's just scary times, and I just feel like we need to be kinder online and stop acting like your opinion is relevant in a stranger's life. Because why would it be? Like, is a stranger's comment relevant in your life? I don't think so. But that's pretty much all that I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I feel kind of hypocritical because I'm posting online, but everything is about balance. Balance is important. And hey, I'm not over here fangirling over anyone or leaving hate comments. So I think it's a-okay. But thank you guys for watching this episode or listening. You can find this on YouTube to watch. You can listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you have the best day ever because you deserve it. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.